And we're live. Guys, the first Meridional Council is in session. Thanks for joining us. I don't know about you guys, but I'm full of lockdown.
Oh, yeah, no, seriously, this can end now.
Jeez, I've had enough.
Is.
And that's kind of why we're here. We decided we're sick and tired of staring at the same four walls all flipping day long, not having any kind of human interaction, and sitting here watching the world crumble before us. And we decided, hey, why not we just get together once a week, complain about all the stuff that we've seen,
record our shenanigans,
have a laugh and put it out there, and maybe see if we can find people who kind of think like us, have similar sort of interests, maybe make some virtual friends out there, because I don't think we're ever going back to normal. I don't know if we'll ever see the inside of the pub. I don't know if that's gone. So that's kind of why we're here. So what do we focus on? We're focusing on gaming. We like gaming. We like comic books. We like movie series, especially if they're based on comic books or games.
Or games, yeah.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to complain. We're going to make fun of people. We're going to, if it's good, because sometimes some good stuff comes out, we're going to talk about it and tell you that it's good. And we're just going to give you our thoughts of things to come. My name is Razvark. I am a little bit more than a normie, so I've got pretty damn good knowledge. I'm the oldest one here, so I've been reading comics and playing games when these guys were still whippersnappers, or even before they were born. That's kind of where I come in. We've got Lady Kodama here, who is our resident weeb. What's the word? The weeb.
Weeb.
She's the anime queen, so she's the one here to teach us all about anime and manga. We're not too
sure on that.
We're not too sure on that.
You are still noobs on those.
We're still noobs, but you're teaching us, and I'm pretty sure by the end of the year, we're all going to be into it, because America's not producing anything good on the comic book front, that's for sure.
We're going east.
And then we've got The Heretic, who's our producer. You may notice that the sound heads up to our producer. So you may notice that the sound on this episode isn't particularly good at the moment. We all went out thinking, hey, we're going to start this podcast, we're going to have a little bit of fun, and we all went out and we bought these fancy microphones and we plugged them in, not realizing that none of us know how a microphone works.
We have no idea what we're doing.
We have no idea. We've got the software, we've got the hardware, we're still kind of figuring it out. So, we can only improve from here. So if you guys have fun with this, hey, imagine what it's going to be like a year from now. So are you ready? Should we get on with the show?
Yeah, let's start.
Let's do it.
Let's begin.
We're going to be talking today a little bit about the Witcher, the Curse of the Wolf, the Nightmare of the Wolf, the Wolf's Nightmare.
Yeah,
something about a witch and a wolf, which we watched,
stories.
Which I got to say, it started off a bit iffy and kind of turned out really, really good in the end. And we'll talk about that. In terms of gaming, we've got a couple of games that we want to talk about this week. So we've got Elden Ring that's been announced. We've got some gameplay footage. So we'll talk a little bit about that and what we feel and what we think and if we're excited about that. We got Far Cry 6.
Yes.
There's some good news coming out of Far Cry 6. I was getting a little bit worried about that, but it looks like it might not be going woke, so that's good stuff.
Yeah, they didn't fall into that trap.
What other games have we got coming out here?
I watched some
Saints Row. They're doing a reboot of Saints Row.
Fuck that game.
Which, bombing. It's going to bomb pretty bad, so we'll talk about that. In terms of show, like we said, we're going to talk about The Witcher, the new Witcher movie. Season 2 is coming out in a couple of months, so I guess we can talk.
In December, so that's quite exciting news.
We can do a little bit of speculation about how that's going to turn out. I'm a little bit on the fence about that, but we'll talk about it.
We also have Cowboy Bebop, some news that's coming out about that for us anime fans.
We're total noobs. We're complete noobs.
Yeah. Excuse the guys.
This podcast says it all about being a noob.
Hey, we're learning. We're getting it. Don't worry, I'll teach the guys.
We got Shang Chi coming out.
Yes, that's another
Shang Chi.
Shang Chi.
I don't know. I watched we'll talk about it. I don't really want to jump the gun there. And then I guess we'll close off with maybe some news from the week, some crazy stuff we've seen on social media, and that'll be that for this week. But anyway, to start off with, what have you guys been up to? What have you been watching? What have you been playing? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Personally, for me, I have been playing Horizon Zero Dawn, the DLC actually. Frozen Wilds. I have not finished it, but it is quite fun to be back in the world.
Well, how far are you in it?
I'm still at the beginning, eh? I'm still messing around, actually.
I abandoned it, eh?
Really? Did
I
you
got
not
to the part where they had
finish?
the big robot bear thing.
And then you were like, no.
No, I took him out and I was like, I'm the champion. And then the next mission is like this huge fetch quest where it's just like go like all over the map, get 3 of those doohickeys, 1 of those doohickeys, and 1 of the. And I was just like, I just couldn't give a crap. I just couldn't give a crap. So I abandoned it. I might go back to it, but it wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, that's a sad because I enjoyed so much the first one. I'm quite excited for the second one that's coming out.
I loved the first game, obviously, but replaying it, what I realized is that I can't stand the music. I flipping hate the music. I can't stand it. It's like this weird. It's like in the future. Like gone back to tribes and there's robot dinosaur things, and it's got this weird violin music the whole time.
Okay, yeah, that's true. It is quite softly, but I must say what I most enjoyed is if you put headphones on and you hear that suddenly thumping in the background of the dinosaurs.
That's what I did. I took the music off, and then you just stick it with the and the sound effects were brilliant.
You're still a
you
noob in the game. You're like, oh fuck, something's coming.
It was a beautiful game. I mean, the graphics were cool.
Sure.
The sound was perfect. The gameplay was fun. I mean, jeez, it was good. I mean,
they blew us away. I must say, they truly blew it up.
Let's see what they do with the next one.
But I am concerned for the second one with the water levels.
Oh, yeah.
I hate water levels.
Yeah.
Since childhood games, I can't.
Super Mario Brothers.
Oh yes. And of course, I was a big Crash Bandicoot fan, and I was a kid growing up. And then you had this little submarine that you had to go up. And there's a shark attacking you, and it was horrible.
Well, I mean, every game. Think of even the Genesis. I'm a little bit older than you.
I gave it away.
I'm a smidge on the talky side, but I mean the Sonic the Hedgehog games. You know, it's horrible because you got 3 seconds before you die, and then it makes you rage quit, making those days.
Yeah.
And it's a similar thing now. I mean, even God of War with the PS2, I couldn't stand those flipping the water levels. Nobody likes it. Why do you put it in the game? Don't jump it. It's lazy. Come on.
Why? Listen, it looks beautiful. Developers, really spot on. It's amazing. But I'm very concerned about that gameplay, though. I am. That is one thing I'm like,
I'm playing Alien Isolation. I'm hoping to finish it this weekend.
Oh.
You shot yourself yet?
Yeah. How many times? Be honest.
Good couple of times. I didn't think I was going to make it because I'm not really a horror game kind of guy, but I really love Alien. Like, I love Alien.
Yes, Alien is
a lot of people say Aliens is a better movie. I'm like, it's okay, but Alien is the pinnacle.
Alien is,
I haven't seen it.
But I didn't know if anyway, but I went off the IGN review, and IGN was like, it's too difficult, and I'm not really into difficult game. We'll talk about that when we talk about the From Software games a little later on. But I'm not really into that stuff. So I just said, let me try it. It was on special for like $70. That's 70 rand. So if you're listening from the States, it's about like 1 pubic hair. The cost of 1 pubic hair, you can play this game. And it starts off, you get to explore the ship, and you're like, oh wow, this is really cool. But it's not unfair. It's really, really good. I think the mechanics that they built into it are intended to make you feel tense because it's an alien game. So you do feel tense all the time. You do eventually get desensitized to seeing the creature. So that's how they keep it stressed, because they go, well, I've got to get to the next save spot, and if I don't get there in time, I get killed. I've got to do all that crap again. Really good. I'm near the end now. I've got down to the nest and all of that, so I know I'm near the end. Love it. IGN wrong, don't listen to those oaks. And I feel so bad for the developers because they lost so much money because of that.
Yeah, because unfortunately I was one of those that also fell for the IGN.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was like, oh no, I'm not in the mood for that. And then thanks to you that told me while you were playing it, actually got me interested in it.
Do it. It's flipping
because
awesome.
It sounds a lot like how Resident Evil, the remake of number 2 was. Of when... What's a big oak's name? X.
Mr. X.
Mr. X, when he comes chases you like that. You know you have to run and save it. Get to your save room before shit happens.
I downloaded the demo. I'm like, let me do the demo. And I'm like, nope, I'm out. Oh, but I didn't even get, everything's dark, and when you first see the oaks and they all come out and you take like 18 shots to the head and you've got like 3 bullets. I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't I'll get up in hospital.
I did the same thing with Alien. I was like, no.
I might be able to make it now.
Having 2 jump scares from environment, and I was like, fuck this, I'm out. Nope, not hanging around.
I think having played Alien, I'll try, what's that other one? Outlast. What is it? Outlast.
Outlast. I enjoyed number 1. Number 2 was for me a bit near.
And you? What are you playing?
I'm busy playing
Trucking Simulator, would you?
No, I finished that, then it got boring.
You actually finished it?
Yeah, I'm playing Destroy All Humans now.
That's the remake?
Fun. Yeah, the new one. That's pretty fun. very short missions, so you just like
I missed that
you
one.
just do what you need to do and just get out of there.
It's a remake of a PS2 game.
I don't know, I played it on Nintendo Wii, the first one,
Oh jeez, okay.
and that was fun. Then I also tried Train Sim, and that's fucking boring as shit. 5 miles into a 17-mile journey, and you just
Train Simulator.
Yeah.
The name kind of is
You
a bit
literally-
iffy.
you
It's like,
literally
what was
just
the one?
go-
Goat Simulator.
But Goat Simulator was funny though.
Oh, was it?
That's just something to mess around with. It's not a game that you take seriously. In all
No.
honesty, you just go and
you just
fuck about.
Yeah.
And what do you what? Has anyone watched any good stuff? Not on the list of things we're going to be discussing. Other than that,
I actually watched the Netflix series that came out, Clickbait. I actually watched it in about a few days. I was afraid that it was going to be hyper woke and like, oh.
it's Netflix, so
You'd
you'd be
expect
justified
that,
in being
yeah.
worried.
And then it was actually quite good. I actually enjoyed it for the first time in a long time. I made, when you watch one of these stories of you trying to guess who the killer is or what's happening, all of my guesses was wrong. It was the first time in a long time that I actually, everything was wrong. I really did not expect the ending. I was like, oh damn,
Well
they
done,
actually
you
got
caught me.
Yeah.
Thought I'd seen it all.
Because it started off as one of those shows that I just put in the background, like while you're busy doing something, you just have some noise in the background.
Okay.
That's how it started, but then it actually caught me. I was like, oh no, what's happening to the brother? And oh, this family's a little bit fucked up, but yeah. And it actually caught me, and so well done to that. That was actually a good watch, I must say.
Okay, good stuff. I went kind of old school. I went to watch.
in line with your age.
Thanks for that. Yeah, I watched Fargo, man. I love the movie Fargo. And I watched the series a while ago, and I thought, well, let's just watch it again. I'll get my missus to watch it. It's good, man. They don't make stuff like that anymore.
No.
We hit a pinnacle not so long ago with in 2015, where I was like, oh my god. This is like a golden age. It's going to be awesome, man. And we've got Breaking Bad. You got Netflix used to be good. I mean, we had those Marvel. We had Punisher. Punisher was a little bit later, but Daredevil was like amazing.
It was good.
It was amazing, dude.
And
what was the other one? The one with the kids with it went woke now. It's woke.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, they're going to make another one. They're going to be like 48 by the time the next one comes out.
There's a game of Stranger Things now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't it a mobile game?
I don't know, but it's like top down, and I was like, no, I can't play shit like that.
And now you watch nothing good. They have that one show is based on a comic book. I actually read the comic book after watching the season 1. With the dude with the antlers, the little kid with the antlers.
Oh, did you watch it? Sweet Tooth.
And it wasn't. It was good. It's forgetful. Like I can't really remember anything now, but it was good. I mean, I quite liked the characters, and I was pretty good.
But that's about it. That's like, it's not something that sticks to you.
No, I mean Netflix shows. You're going to have a bad time. They got that new one now with Batgirl. I can't remember what's her name. What's her name?
Oh no.
I don't even know.
What's her name?
I'm trying to remember now. You see, that's how forgetful it is.
Ruby Rose. It's got Ruby Rose, and I don't want to watch anybody with a girl with half shaved head because you just know.
Oh, but it's everywhere, so you have to get used to it because it's not a power girl. If you don't have a
I don't mind being a power girl. I've got nothing against being a power girl.
No, but being a woke power girl is a different story.
It's crap. Yeah. It's being a dude. They're like, toxic masculinity, and then every freaking strong female character is toxically masculine.
And they all have to be assholes. Everyone is
they're
an asshole.
They're snarky dickheads.
Yeah.
Now, the one that everybody complained of, because I think sometimes people get a little bit oversensitive because things are woke.
Yeah.
So I remember that I watched Black Widow.
Yeah.
There's some glaring problems with it. There's some fucking problems with it. But everyone was bitching about her sister, the sister character, and like how snarky she was. And I actually loved her. I thought she was awesome because I know someone exactly like that. So she's like snarky, but she's not an arsehole.
Yeah.
Like Ruby Rose Batwoman. She's an arsehole.
Yeah.
She's unbearable.
Yeah.
She's
you
she's
don't like
insufferable.
the character at all.
But I really like this character. I'm like, cool. If we're gonna get another movie with this chick, I think it's cool. I'll watch it. I think it's lekker. It's sad to kind of see Black Widow go because I thought she was a good character. But I mean, this is where Marvel's gone now. We've got Iron Man's dead, Captain America's dead.
Yeah.
We got Black Widow's dead, and now we got Shang Chi.
It's a new generation.
I suppose
of
there's good stuff and bad side. Now the good side is that I'm a complete normie when it comes to these characters. I never read the comic books. I have no flipping idea who they are. I know they bring out the Eternals and they basically gender swap like everybody.
Yep.
So they're just like everybody is now what they're not. I never read the comic book, so I'm like, I've got nothing to compare it to. I'm not really a fan. I haven't got a dog in the fight, so I can just watch the movie and hope to hell that it's good.
Yes.
Similar with Shang Chi, never heard of him. Till a couple of years ago, they said to make a movie, and they're like, okay, all right, let's check it. Now, it looks okay. Yeah. I mean, the first trailer, I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. The second trailer, I'm like, this looks okay.
This can be fun.
The third trailer, I was like, yeah, it looks all right. I mean, it's kind of along the lines of Black Panther. That's where I don't like the marketing. But yeah, it's like, you got the thing and it's a big dragon, it's like the Chinese dragon, and you're like, oh, come on, guys, you have to go for the tropes. That's what I didn't like about Black Panther. We live in Africa, so all of a sudden the armies are riding rhinoceroses into battle, and you're going like, come on, guys. I mean, I guess it's for the American audience, but it's like, we don't do that. We don't ride fucking rhinos to school. Come on.
No, that is for sure. But they truly believe those stuff, eh?
They do.
That's. I'm sorry to say it, but guys, while I lived in America for a while, it was an amazing experience. Loved every bit of it, but they truly believed we lived with lions.
Yeah.
So many of them came to me when they asked me, "So where are you from? You have a strange accent." I was like, "No, South Africa." The immediately reaction is, "But aren't you afraid of the lions?" And I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
I'll just roll into it. I'll be like,
terrified.
No. We used to have to close the bungalow when we heard them roaring.
Oh no, sweetie, honey. I went the other way. I was like, no, man, when you're 16, you get put into a tribe, you have to eat a lion heart and you become part of the tribe. So each family has their own tribe. And they said, you're like, really? I was like, yeah. You can't believe. I was like, oh. It was so, because for the first few months I was serious, like, no, I will educate, I will tell them. And later I was like, no.
I remember I've met tourists here, and in Joburg, it's a city, guys. It's a city. But like, you meet people at the pub who are on holiday, and they're like, the first thing, they couldn't believe it when they were coming into the airport, because they were expecting like the movies. It'll be just Savannah and this little airport, and somehow this Boeing is gonna like land down, and you're gonna.
Everyone has some. Little loincloths.
Here comes David Attenborough with his Jurassic Park van like it. Oh God, what's Jeff Goldblum doing here?
It was so fun. My one friend from Germany came to visit me, just to tour South Africa, of course. And when I picked him up at the airport and we drove out, he's like, "Where's the zebras? Where's the giraffes?" It's like, dude.
You can go to the zoo if you want, I guess.
You're not that wild.
They got cougars there as well. Fucking kangaroos, mate. The kangaroos are all in fucking lockdown at the moment, mate. You know what I mean?
A very strict one.
Yeah, sorry if anyone's listening from Australia. I doubt anyone's ever going to hear this episode or this podcast. You never know. But anyone in Australia at the moment, we're sorry for you guys.
No offense.
Yeah.
Just don't shoot.
We like you, man. We don't like you in the World Cup, but you're our Chinas. We love you.
Yeah.
We like your beer and your crocodiles.
They make beer.
They make Australia.
Make good ones.
That's why we get on well with them, because they're basically a drinking nation like South Africa.
And also like to braai.
Just better run.
Barbecue, well, fucking.
Now fuck that with braai.
All right, guys. So gaming.
Oh, we're going to the next topic.
Yeah, we might as well just stop talking crap and move on to gaming.
Oh, but that's the most fun.
Have a little bit of structure.
Nah.
So there's a lot of games that have been announced.
Yes.
But the only ones that really interest me are the ones who goes, well, it's been a rough couple of years.
Yeah,
I mean, especially for AAA games. You're sitting there waiting for new games to come out, and there really hasn't been much. We've had a hell of a lot of disappointments. I mean, CD Projekt Red.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
Cyberpunk.
I'm upset.
I know there's been so much. The guys that actually had passion in it was so pushed to deliver and put things out. It wasn't on time. I think the game is still so much potential.
But even now,
beautiful,
okay, we're almost a year past launch, and it still hasn't been updated enough for us to play it on PS4.
That is the thing. It is still, but it tells you how much time they still need it and how hard they pushed it.
They already put it out, but I mean, it's a double whammy. But at the end of the day, don't you think it does more damage to what does more damage? To say, sorry guys, we're going to need another year and a half?
Or to release it half finished.
Because what's that zombie game? Dying Light 2. They just said it's indefinite, guys. We want to make a good game. Everyone was like, oh, come on. We're all going to go buy it when it comes out.
Exactly. But you know what? The true fans respect that also. Like, so many guys are like, you know what? Take your time. We want a good game. We trust you guys.
But they'd already done that. Here's the problem: is that we'd already given them that goodwill, and they say, "Okay, we're releasing," and then that's what made it even worse. Because I think we would have respected them more if they said, "Guys, we need another year and a half," and we're like,
We would have been sour. Let's face it, we would have been sour because everyone was excited for it.
But it still would have come out.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, the hype with this game, is it even possible that they would have been able to create a game being on dual console?
Yes.
Maybe PS5, I don't know. I've never even seen one in real. Do they exist?
I don't know.
That's also been
I've
over
seen
here.
some-
one.
I saw that they did a whole launch and everything. It said apparently they're available. In South Africa, I've never seen one.
I've seen
never
some photos, but-
I've never walked. I wanted, like when the PS4 came out, you walk past the shop and you sit in the window and you'd like, your wife would like pull you away from the window. I don't even see it. It doesn't exist.
No.
I've seen a controller. You can buy a controller on Take a Lot.
And games. And
You
games.
can buy the games. Yeah. So I don't know. So they do, but every game that's coming out now is dual launch. It's like I'll wait for the PS5 Slim. I don't need it because every game because if I buy a PS5, I've got to buy a new TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for
4K.
sure.
I know one of our friends has just bought himself the little Xbox, the Series S.
Yeah.
Those guys need to sort out their naming conventions.
Yeah,
I
that
think
is a
I'm gonna
whole
go that
other
route.
podcast. That's a whole other podcast to get into that naming. Oh my goodness, no.
Xbox
But the
One.
Series S, the little one, the little one.
Yes,
Series
yes.
So with no disc drive in it. And I
Yes.
think I might go there. I think that's going to work with Game Pass. I think Game Pass
No,
is
Game
awesome.
Pass, Game Pass is good.
And I think we can do
That
that.
Xbox was smart with that Game Pass.
Yeah.
I must give them credit for that. I've been a Sony fan all my life,
But it's just those goddamn exclusives, man.
Yeah.
And it's got EA.
Because there's nothing on the horizon.
EA.
No, Bethesda.
It's got
I think you're thinking
Bethesda.
Bethesda.
It's got EA as well.
Okay, I'm not excited about EA.
Yeah, I just want really
Yeah.
EA.
Like
So-
EA, okay, they made that start. They kind of what was it? Force Awakens. Force? No, God,
Yeah.
shoot me now. Something about the Force. See, it's already
Yeah.
forgetful with the ginger dude. The Force.
Yeah.
It was like it's supposed to be Dark Souls Star Wars with the Force.
And
it's
then
the
it was a
ginger
big
guy.
bomb, yeah.
And no, it was good. It was good. I played it. I finished it. I
Really?
enjoyed it. The
Right.
music was spot on. The gameplay was fun. And I've forgotten about it. I can't even remember the bloody name of it now. So EA, yeah.
You're right. You did tell me that you actually played that game that
Yeah,
you got.
I had it.
Oh,
I had it.
that's true. Oh.
Um,
But EA is in trouble again.
well,
They're always in trouble.
yeah.
But it's about The Sims this time, the most bored game ever.
Oh yeah, I got on PS Plus, and I started it, and then I was like, I don't know.
They gave false advertisements now for the new DLC or package. I'm not sure, whatever it was. But now fans are mad because they showed this trailer for it, and now apparently it's not like this. And
Oh god, everything is
Then-
loot boxes. It's loot boxes and
I know.
cards. Stuff it. And who the guy? Warcraft. Come on, man. Blizzard,
yeah.
imploded. We're in trouble. I mean, like some of the best studios.
No.
It's
you know,
sad.
Ubisoft. I mean, Ubisoft seem to be like. I'm just glad they're holding out with Far Cry. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get there. But it's so sad to see that so many good companies. I mean, they started off so strong, loved them, and then all of a sudden it just went like
downhill.
Yeah.
It's woke culture, guys. It's
It's
these,
so-
and I don't know what they're teaching at business school in the universities there in the States, but it
Nothing.
ain't business. But they're all being told that capitalism is evil, and it shows because when they do marketing, they immediately at the beginning of marketing, I'll give you a Bebop and Rocksteady. What is it called? Bebop Cowboy. Thing.
Cowboy Bebop.
That I'll get
It
it.
ain't that hard.
It is.
Bebop Doobop. That's
Yeah.
immediately the show comes out and they're like, well, and then everyone starts complaining about the outfit because it's got to have that aesthetics. I mean,
Yeah.
anime has that look about it.
Yes.
If you're going to do it, they did it with The Last Airbender with M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dang. He made it and he stuffed it up completely. Everybody was very, very angry
Oh,
with it.
sweetie, let me use a bigger name. Dragon Ball Z. When they made that movie.
did they do
Oh,
that? Oh, yeah, they
sweetie,
did it, and it was like-
honey,
and it was
that
just-
was
yeah.
so bad.
I never watched
Wow.
it. Yeah,
I
I'm a
didn't
little
watch
bit
it
older.
either.
Don't.
But anyway, so the look is quite important. It's
Yeah,
quite
it
important.
is. It's-
So anyway, so they say, okay, so the fans are obviously a little bit upset. They're a little bit mad about the look. And then they all start cucking on the fans. They all
Yep.
come out now, oh, did you expect me to have triple Ds and 8 foot tall? And you're going, well, the character's 5'5". She's not 8 foot. And then she gets snarky.
Yeah.
And then what it does is you've got your fan base. Those are the guys that you're definitely going to get money
Yeah.
from, okay? And then you're going to try and want to win over some additional fans, but don't piss off your fan base.
Yep.
Because if they're not there, then you've got an uphill battle.
Yep.
Because then you've got to try and win a new fan base, okay? And they've done it with everything now. So what they do is they then shit on the original fans, call you isophobe and make you feel bad.
Yep.
You know, oh, you're a Terminator fan. Oh, well, this movie isn't for you. It's going to scare the shit out of you because you're a misogynist. And you're like, well, okay, well, I'm not going to watch it then because you've made me feel bad. I'm not going to watch it. So you've cut out all of your money because capitalism is bad. Okay, so this is what they've been taught. It must be. It's the only explanation for it. And then you pander to people who don't like Terminator. They're like, oh, yeah. On Twitter, they're happy. Oh, we're really happy that you've done this and you've made this decision. You're so bold and you're so brave. Yeah. And then they don't go watch the movie. Exactly. And then they crap on us again and say, oh, these bloody misogynists don't want to go watch the movie. And it's like, but you told us not to. You said it wasn't made for us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They did it with Birds of Prey.
Oh.
They lost their crap. They said, okay, it's men. Men just aren't ready to watch this movie. Like, oh, I like, what's her name?
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn, there we go. I thought she was great. In Suicide Squad. No, she was brilliant. Awesome. Really cool, big killing everybody scene. I really enjoyed it. But we didn't watch that movie because of the marketing up front. They were saying this movie isn't for you. It's about everyday misogyny. I don't want to go watch a movie and be lectured and told that I'm a bad oak because I've got a tinky tonk.
But it's the exact same with Charlie's Angels. Look at the old Charlie's Angels. The girls was beautiful. It was an awesome movie. Like,
the one with Drew Barrymore.
The
I love those. Those are good.
And then they made the old ones like, no white men, this is not for you. And then they didn't watch it, and then they complain about
no white men.
But why ain't no white men watching it? It's like, this is how you market it. It's
the funny thing with Birds of Prey was that when they did the stats, they said nobody went to watch it, but more men went to go watch it than women. So they went the whole time saying it's not made for you, but the people that they did make it for didn't watch it. So you're going like, so there's a disconnect here, guys. What you're making, and I don't know. I don't know. You know, like I said, we're starting to get some good stuff. Everybody was happy about Kong versus Godzilla. I didn't really like the series, guys. I'm going to be honest. It's not my cup of tea. It was some good escapism, I guess.
It's a good monster movie.
Not,
It's monsters. Come on. It is big ass monsters. Look at the Meg. It's like you watch it. It's fun seeing this big ass shark fucking everything up, and that's about it.
You know, but the cat. I mean, there's a movie that I'll watch over and over again. Is Cloverfield.
Oh, that's true.
I love that movie. You have no idea.
The cinematography that they use and it's very beautifully done. Actually, it's very unique.
Yeah,
and it's something that isn't easily pulled off, and you don't see many movies trying.
Lots tried to copy it after that, and very few succeeded.
No, but today
it's just a special movie. I don't know why. And it was on not so long ago, and I watched it again. I hadn't watched it for about 8-9 years. God, the years fly, eh? And it was just, I'm just going, I just love this movie. It's so flipping good. Even all these years later, I just love it. It's just that's it's a crazy, big monster movie that it just I loved it. I
love monster movies. That I must say, but
you know, I mean the Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
You know, I just it was fun, but
it's a fun movie to watch. It's a monster movie, but they try to push so much of like human story in it to make it meaningful, and it's just like, guys, it's a monster movie.
Yeah. Look, if you're going to do that type of stuff, then do it from the beginning. Like don't have like this is like the 8th sequel. I didn't even watch the other one, the King of the Monsters with the Mothra and that, because I was just like, I think I got about maybe 20 minutes into it, and I was just like, I just can't. There's just some movies that I just can't. I want to give it a chance, but it's just, you know, they killed Bryan Cranston. As soon as they killed Walter White in the first one, I'm like, I'm out.
It's done. It's over.
You know, they left you with Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass? That was the same actor from Kick-Ass.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That was a good movie.
That was good. That was fun.
All right, we've veered horribly from gaming. We were talking about gaming, and then we went off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Elden Ring, guys. Elden Ring's been released.
It looks fun.
We've just seen gameplay footage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's be off the bat. These games aren't my cup of tea.
No.
You get a lot of people who say we want an easy mode on these type of games. I'm like, no, that game is designed
made for it.
You got to get good.
Yeah.
You've got to play it. You've got to learn the patterns and really get to know it. I can't. I don't. That's what I'm saying.
It looks fun, but it's too magical for me.
Really? Magical?
I find it too like
I didn't expect that.
Oh wow.
I don't know if that's the right word, but there's like too much going on. Like
I can't. That's the part I like.
Yeah.
For me, my brain just can't compute that.
I just see those typical FromSoft where the big boss comes out. It's this big freaking really hideous like monstrosity. One punch, you're dead.
Yeah.
You know the thing with those games is that you're already holding on by a thread by the time you get to the boss. I played Bloodborne. Remember when I got Bloodborne?
You died.
I was so tough because you have the first section. You got to kill this werewolf type thing, and then you go out. And I'm like, I made it past werewolf. I'm like, I'm going to be able. I'm actually pretty good at gaming. I'm gonna get through this.
And dead.
I went around the corner, I killed another 2 oaks, went up to the top, and then there's that part with the bonfire. And then I died about 478 times, and I tried for about 3 weeks, and I said, this ain't gonna happen. This ain't gonna happen. I wait and I watch tutorials, and I just don't have the fingers, guys. I'm getting old now. I don't have arthritis, fat fingers. It's not happening.
Short fingers, can't get enough.
So it's not my game, but I know there's people out there that love this type of game, so I'm not going to say you shouldn't make them. You got to make it because people love it.
I enjoy them. I personally enjoy them, but I also grew up with games like that the whole time. Me and my brother, we always played games like that.
Well,
so it's kind of.
I mean, Nintendo. Every game was hard. I mean, the first game I ever finished was Super Mario Brothers 3. Okay, and that's because they had cheats for that game. Because they had cheats. No, they figured out they had cheats. You used to blow the whistle on the map, and it would take you to like the end, dude. So it was like, I did that and I won, and I remember shaking. I was so excited that I beat a game. But I cheated. Second game I ever beat, I think, was Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Same thing, cheated. I can't remember the codes, and then I became Supersonic. You fly it, then I won it, and I was like, I'm a pro, dude. I'm a dude. The only game that I like legit won in those days was like Mortal Kombat. I was really good at Mortal Kombat, like. I was good, but I was arcade. You know, we were the guys who used to go after school down to the cafes, to the shops, go around the back there. You know, that it was all the Greek dudes like, what do you want? Do you want chappies? I'm like, playing Mortal Kombat, bro. And we go around the back on the arcade and we'd 2 rand coins on the top, and you challenge each other. You know.
Yes. Oh, dude, I miss arcades.
You know, the big sit-down ones when Mortal Kombat 2 came out. They had the big sit-down ones, and they were just dudes. If you play Mortal Kombat backhand,
fun, yes.
You were cool, eh? I mean, if you could.
You were the cool kid back then. You're like,
I was Melina, but I was really good with Melina in any event. But From Software, Elden Scroll. I mean,
Elden Ring.
It reminds me so much
Elden
of
Scroll.
From
Do you see
Software.
that?
Nice, dude.
The Elden Scroll.
Okay, so graphics look nice. But does it look like a huge leap from like Bloodborne or Sekiro? Or Sekiro.
I wouldn't know.
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Sekiro.
Yeah.
Or Dark Souls 3. I think it looks the same.
I think
we
it's
saw
the same
in the gameplay for it had the one boss came in the way, the hair moves, and it's very
yeah.
From
That's what I just
Software.
want to say. And also, when you walked and stuff, you can see there's a little bit of a.
It's just got that same, so it doesn't look like they've really progressed then in terms of
I think they're
of
sort of the
graphics
same.
and that sort of
Unless
stuff.
they release, I don't know, but it's.
And then gameplay mechanics is like. It's the same. It's a From Software game. It's like they just have a loop. It's got the high difficulty. It's got that precise combat where you got to just very quickly learn to like parry and pluck them and dodge and do all that kind of cool stuff. You know, it's got the semi co-op. I saw the one thing where he like had some. I don't know, it was like some kind of item, and 2 other people zoomed into the fight. I think it started in Bloodborne. If you like were struggling with if you were struggling with someone, you could like summon another player, and that player could come and help you fight. So it's like semi-co-op, you know. I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to like get it on the third freaking random character that I can't beat. You know? I didn't even make it to the first boss.
Like, I don't want to look bad.
But it looks like that's back again. This whole campfire saving sort of thing. So it's like it's nothing
always
like.
Same old.
The gameplay just doesn't seem like they've done any innovate, but they've got mount now. You'd ride a horse, so you've got a horse that you can go into battle. So
that was the other one that
looked
a little bit janky though. When you're sitting on the horse, you can see there's a little bit off.
But I mean, it's all about those games. Really about the gameplay.
It's about, how you battle, dude.
Yeah. So you know, I don't know.
I honestly don't know. I don't have much opinion yet. You have to play it and see.
I don't know. If anybody ever listens to this or watches this and you're a fan, what did you think? Let us know.
Yeah, please.
Around graphics, do you think that they've innovated anything here? I'm not too sure. They're saying it's going to be a much bigger open world, which I suppose they can do because it's next gen.
Yeah.
But from the sound of it, it almost sounds like Dragon Age Inquisition-esque, where it's instead of one big open world, it's multiple open worlds, and each of those has like a boss or something, or kind of like Far Cry 5 sort of, or Dragon. So I don't know. We'll check it out. I still, you know, I'll get when Sekiro comes out on a special. I'll give it a go. You never know. I mean, I've mastered Alien Isolation, so hey.
You never know what you're capable of, eh?
You never know. You just got to keep trying. Eh?
Just go.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one day when my kids move out of the house, I'm gonna sit down and say, that's it. That's it.
Get one big ass TV, get everything ready, and then you sit down.
And then obviously there's the story. So that they've got the story that they've written, and I don't know, the vibe I'm getting from it, there's a ring. And
it's in the title.
It's
so-
it's the
Elden.
ring, and it's the Elden Ring, and this is the all-powerful ring, and it's kind of been done before, right?
It's a little bit on the nose of something else.
Fantasy
huh?
setting ring that's everybody's
Traveling
trying to
far.
everybody's trying to get the ring. It's just, and you're going like, but it's written by George R.R. Martin. I'm going like, okay, but like,
I think he got his
do
inspiration.
you think you woke up in the middle of the night and went, aha, I've got it. We'll do it around a piece of jewelry. Come on, guys. I mean,
It's a little bit on the nose.
you know what pisses me off? Do you know what
What?
pisses me off?
Tell me.
Remember Game of Thrones came out?
Yes.
It was the best thing that ever happened.
Yes.
Season 5 was incredible, right? Which was the one with the red wedding. It was season
Yes.
5. Season 4.
No.
Season
That
4.
was-
Oh, I think the
No,
red
it was
wedding.
season
It ended with the red wedding. That season was just incredible. It was like, oh, holy crap balls! This is the best show I've ever seen in my life. And then
Oh,
I think
goody,
after
goody.
season 5, I think they ran out of book. So then they went off on their own, and then season 6 kind of was like, oh, okay. You still watched it and you still loved it because Game of Thrones, but deep down in your heart you knew. It's like when you watch The Hobbit, you're like, oh my god, it's amazing, and then you walk out, and then
Yeah.
deep down you go like, I didn't really enjoy that. And then season 7,
Pretend I
same
did.
thing, and then season 8, you're like, okay, this is crap.
This is
just
done.
rubbish.
Yeah.
So they ran out of book. Now here's the thing: this is his legacy. This was the best show ever. All he had to do is write 2 more books.
Yeah, that is.
He's got all the time in the world. Okay. Don't tell me that you can't write it because he's writing young adult novels. Okay. He's been writing these compendiums, these like companion
Yeah.
books that go through the whole lineage of these kings and everything like that. Like these big boys, like Silmarillion on steroids. You know, these big books of
Yes,
reference books, not
yes.
real stories, but it's just history books.
History
And
know-how.
he's writing other series. I mean, all these series have been cancelled, obviously, but he's writing all these series. And now he's writing video games.
Yeah.
Okay? You're 72 years old. You're like 80,000 kilograms. Okay?
brutal.
You're 2 years late. You promised Winds of Winter 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You said this in the pandemic. You said, I'm going to go lock myself into a cabin. And guys, if I haven't got it ready by this time next year, you can lock me up until I write it. And then now he hasn't got it.
Yeah.
Okay, he's still got to finish that. The last book came out 10 years ago to the day. I think it was 2011. Dance of Dragons. Is Dance of Dragons the last one?
I don't know.
What? No, Dance of Dragons was the second one.
wrong.
Anyway,
The
the last
second,
book
yeah.
came out, and I read the first two. I read A Game of Thrones, and I read Dance of Dragons, Clash of Kings.
Clash of Kings, yeah.
And then I just like, I can't, because there's thousands and thousands of pages. It's really well written. It's really
It's
good.
beautifully written,
But I don't
yeah.
want to like now get really involved, read the
And
rest
it
of the
ends.
books, and then he never finishes the story. So
Yeah,
you
it's
still
the
got to wait.
cliffhanger.
We still got to wait for Winds of Winter. And then there's another book after that, China. He's not going to live another 15 years.
No.
Or I hope he does. I don't wish ill on the guy, but
Yeah.
it's just not
Wow.
looking good. I mean, you're not looking after yourself.
I don't
really.
know if it's a pressure I got to him that he knows his ending is not going to
Yeah.
be what people expect.
You know, it's possible that the series ended similar to how he was intending
was,
on ending the book, and it was so badly received. He's like,
And he's like, I'm not going to do it.
but
And
that's
it's
you know,
just-
and I saw a comment the other day. A guy was like, "Oh, he'll finish it. It's his legacy," and I'm like, I don't know. I think his
I don't
legacy
think-
is
I
going to
think
be
he's
that
done.
he never finished
Yeah.
it. And I
That's
can't
gonna be
bring
a
myself
story.
to read all of that because
No.
apparently the last book that's 10 years old now ended on a hell of a cliffhanger. It's like a hell of a cliffhanger because there's a lot
It will
more
kill me.
characters. So I'm just like, you know what? If he finishes it, I'll continue.
But no.
But I just don't want to do that to myself,
But
no
I
matter
don't-
how well it's written. So anyway, get away from the video game, and you can see.
no.
I'm going to write a video game. What do I do? I'll just Jippo Tolkien. Anyway, so that's
That
that
was the
game.
point.
That's that game.
That's Elden.
So Elden Ring, I don't know. We'll check it out. I don't know if I'm going to play it. I'm just, I just thought it'd be interesting to talk about it. It is a very cool looking game. I do
It
enjoy
is.
watching gameplay because the character designs in those games
It's
are cool.
very beautifully
Yeah.
made. It is. It
you know,
is really.
those bosses are
The
badass.
creatures and stuff. Oh,
They're
it's like,
badass.
wow.
Yeah.
I love big ass.
I watched some of the
badass
lore
creatures,
because you play and you haven't got a clue what's going on.
No.
Yeah, I had no idea what's going on. And then you watch some of the lore. You watch these YouTube videos of the lore, and I still had no idea. So these guys like explain it, and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. And I can grasp pretty
Yeah.
complex scenarios,
Your mind is good with those things.
but I have no idea.
Yeah, there's just some things.
I'm just like, okay, it looks cool. It looks cool.
it looks nice.
It's
Let's
hard.
try.
That's how I'll let PewDiePie do his thing.
Yeah, let's just watch PewDiePie.
And you watch him play, and he doesn't. He's just like, I'm the best. Do. Okay, you're pretty good, dude.
No, he can.
That's 10 points.
Remember, he'd never died once.
Or jump cuts.
0 deaths.
Never died. Just cut out this 40 minutes of constant death.
And then all of a sudden he's pissed off.
Right, this one's for you,
Saints Row.
The Heretic.
Oh.
Saints Row.
Yeah, Saints
Okay.
Row.
I never played any of the older ones.
Yeah,
Okay,
unfortunately,
I'll tell you why. I've been a gamer my whole life. Got myself PS3. Absolutely loved it. My wife was pregnant at the time, and I came home from work the one day, and I walked into the house, and I'm like, love, and I look and I go, where's my TV? Why would she come and take my TV? Where's my PlayStation? Hang on, why is everything in disarray? And they came and they took my TV, they took my PS3, they took my PSP, my PS2. They left all the games. That was nice. I got to trade those in. So insurance paid out. I mean, that's what insurance is for. Paid out, and then we got a pram. So I never got another PS3. So I missed the whole generation.
Yeah,
So now when they're doing
sad.
things like when they say we bring out the Mass Effect, I'm excited because I never got to play those games. I got to play Skyrim. I mean, Skyrim is going to be, PS6. Skyrim, we're launching Skyrim. I don't know. PS5, they launched the PS5. The day they announced it, we're all sitting there waiting, and they start off with
GTA
5.
Yeah! It was like, well,
It's a PS3 game. It's an awesome game, but guys, stop it now.
Guys,
Enough now. Anyway, Saints Row, tell us what it's about. Like, give us a vibe.
I don't know, I just played it.
Good. Right, yeah. Okay, so you won't be doing game reviews for the channel. All right. That's fine. I played it. It had a start, a middle, and then it kind of closed up near the end.
Yeah, there's a story, but like, I don't know. I don't follow that shit.
All right. My understanding from what I've read, it's like a GTA sort of thing. It's like a GTA knockoff.
Yes.
Yeah,
but it's
more
insane.
Like, yeah.
It's like wild, it's
like on
really,
LSD.
really dirty humor and like that sort of stuff. So what they've done now is they've reimagined it.
Yeah, I don't like this new one. It doesn't look.
Saints Row-ish.
Yeah,
It reminded me of Watch Dogs 2. Did you watch
nice.
the trailer?
yeah.
I got-
yeah, exactly.
I got Watch Dogs 2 vibes because it's hipsters, and you've got to now think that you've got to think it's hipster. You've got to now. I'm so upset. I'm flustered.
Take a deep breath. It's okay.
But you've got to somehow believe that these skinny little effeminate hipsters are now going to like take over the town, be these criminal overlords. They're snarky. They're just not likable characters.
To me, it doesn't seem like a Saints Row.
It doesn't.
If I
No,
look at
okay.
Saints
I haven't
Row
got a
3,
problem.
Saints Row
If you want to
4.
make games for Gen Z and that crowd and for hipsters, you have to do it. There's all types of people, and there should be games for all types of people. That's for sure. And I think Watch Dogs 2 is that kind of game. It was made for people maybe on the left or a bit more. Well, they say progressive. We're not going to have any comment on that. But fine. Make the game. But what you're doing again is you're taking an existing IP that has an existing following. Those are the guys that are going to give you their money. Mm-hmm. And then what you do is call them assholes and suck the soul out of the franchise, and then you release it and expect it to do well.
And
Expect people to love it.
So let's have a look here.
And they're really talking about DLC and everything.
Let's have a look here. Let's do some
Yeah.
predictions here. Okay, I did a little bit of looking around here. Saints Row on the official YouTube channel. Okay,
Yeah.
They had more.
it's 24,000 likes to 51,000 downloads at the time I checked. I mean, it might be worse now.
Oh.
51,000. That's double the people dislike it than like it. So you that's what I'm saying. They can't be teaching capitalism in business school, because capitalism is get as much money as possible. You know what I mean?
Yes.
All right, cool. PlayStation. PlayStation oaks are a bit dodgy. So we got 5.9 upvotes to 5.5 thousand downvotes. Okay, so there's more people that like it, but only slightly. It's pretty divisive. We're going to say 50-50 split there.
The split.
IGN, the wokest of the woke, is 20,000 up. It's exactly double. So 20 up, 40,000 people zero. It's exactly double, which kind of makes sense with the 2451K. It's kind of double the amount of people dislike it. And then GameSpot, which is a slightly smaller channel, 3.1 thousand up to 4.7 thousand downvote. So we can see already at this, it's not going to do a lot of money, and it's going to come out. We're not going to buy it because it's not the game that we wanted. Go and make the game.
If it's on Game Pass,
Make the game with those characters. Go for it. Do it. Make the game, but make it something else. Have the balls and have the courage to make it something else. But what you do is you say, if we take the Saints Row name, we're going to ride on that, and then everyone's just going to buy it. No. Well, it's not. It has to be a Saints Row game. I can understand tweaking it. So like God of War, what they did when they brought out the new God of War for PS5. It made sense, the progression that it did. He's an older person.
Yes.
He's fought the big fight. He's now settled down and he's had a kid and his priorities have changed. It's a totally different game. The whole vibe is different. But it's still Kratos kicking ass. I mean, in the end, you got the blades of chaos, you're fucking everything up that moves. You know what I mean?
When that axe comes back, whoop! You're like, yes!
Yeah, I mean, when he goes and he gets his, that axe, clunk.
Oh, that feeling is just power.
Do you remember when I was playing it? Like every time I'd walk, I'd be like, clunk. It's just that feeling. It's so good.
Oh, when it comes, that's.
So there's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way.
Yeah.
Don't suck the soul out of it.
Exactly.
Make like the Last Jedi. That's another.
Oh no.
That's another podcast. We're a couple of years past that now, so let's just forget about that.
There's some things we did not mention.
So it's not looking good.
Yeah,
it's not looking good.
No.
I checked out the characters. They come across as that snarky. Remember I said you do snarky right?
Yes.
Like I feel that Black Widow's sister, I can't remember the name, sorry guys, I'm a bit of a boomer. But Black Widow's sister, the younger sister, she's snarky, but it's not. She's endearing. I liked her.
Yes.
She had this cockiness, but it wasn't like nasty, and it wasn't constant. And I know someone exactly like that. Like I know someone who's that chick to the T. So it reminded me of her. So, and yeah, I don't know. I've only seen a little bit of gameplay footage, but it just seemed cock.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I don't like is obviously the bad guy is like a big white dude with shaved head, and you're going like, oh, for fuck's sake, guys, are you doing this sort of thing? Come on, guys, just stop it. Enough. So we'll see. It's not looking good for them so far.
No, for a beginning, it does not.
It might still work out. Yeah. I don't know. It's similar to Shang Chi. First trailer looked crap.
Yeah, Shang Chi. Yeah.
Shang Chi. I don't know. Shang Chi. They're calling it Shang Chi.
Sorry,
now,
guys, if you're listening to this and we're saying it wrong, please correct us. But yeah, it's Shang Chi, Shang Chi.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first trailer not looking good.
No.
Maybe gameplay, maybe they'll pull it right.
It can change. It's the beginning, so we
100%.
don't know.
Got a couple of months.
First impression not so good. Let's keep an eye on it. Let's see. You never know. I have wish listed the third one. You said is the best. Eh? They say that everyone I've read, they say the third one's the best. I've wish listed it. I'm waiting for it to be about $70. That's a pubic hair in America, and then I'll give it a go.
So someone wants to sponsor us to get that game? Yes.
Yeah. Anyone out there at the moment, you'll notice that we don't have. We have how many subscribers have we got right now?
Let me check quickly there. Oh, 0.
0. Okay, so you could be the first. Do you want to be the first?
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. Like, you never know. We could be sitting at like 200,000, like 8 years from now, going, "Hey, you were the number one.
You were number one. I remember you.
So take that spot.
Thanks, Dad.
Hit that ready. Thanks, Mommy.
It's going to be a family member.
Yeah, it is.
Far Cry 6.
That game looks amazing.
Yeah.
I watched some gameplay this afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it actually looks pretty dope.
Yeah. I'm a huge Far Cry fan.
Yes.
I love Far Cry. I love the gameplay loop, just that loop. Yeah. I don't get sick of it, man. Everyone's going like by... what was the follow-up to 5? It was half a game. New Dawn. Everyone was like, okay, we're kind of bored of it now. I loved New Dawn. I couldn't put it down, man.
I need to play it still.
Loved it. I highly recommend it. So I was really excited about this, but also worried because it's 2021, and I'm going, this is Far Cry. There's a couple of games that I don't think fit in 2021. Far Cry, GTA, and Saints Row, that from what I've heard. You know, these games, it's like, if you're going to make it, don't suck the soul out of it, or just don't make it.
Yeah, just let it rest,
console.
Far Cry 6.
Far Cry 6.
No.
Oh. Yes, Far Cry 6. Another game that's full of toxic masculine fun.
Masculinity.
Yeah, I think what we're saying, we're worried about Far Cry 6 because it's 2021. 2021. So we're stressing. Okay. But now I've got a little bit of hope. There's like a silver lining here because they've released review copies or early release copies for them to view, and they didn't give one to Kotaku. And Kotaku are freaking the fuck out. They're really, really upset about it. But what that tells me is, and I'm hoping that I'm right, what they're saying is that don't bother giving it to them because they're super woke. They're like super left-wing. Like Kotaku's the worst. So I'm hoping they're saying don't give it to them because they're just going to complain. Now, if you remember Far Cry 5 when it came out, awesome game, man. When was Far Cry 5? How long ago?
2015.
We were right in we were in the middle of Trump, man. I'm sure it was after 2016.
No.
Anyway. But it must have been. He was either running, it had something to do with Trump, because I remember everybody got upset because it was set in America now. So, you know, the other ones were set in these fictional countries. We had the one that was like a fictional sort of Tibet, Far Cry 4, Far Cry 3, which was set in like a Mauritian sort of island kind of jobby. 2018, there we go. So, that's exactly it. So they made Far Cry 5, and then it was set in America in like Appalachia, man, like in the farm areas and that sort of stuff. So they obviously thought, oh, well, Trump is president. We're going to have it with all the hillbillies because all Trump supporters are hillbillies, man. And it's like, it's bullshit. Come on, man. Fuck off. So they all were expecting it to be like the big bad guy, you know, all the bad guys that come out, instead of being like religious cult maniacs, they're all coming out with their red caps, you know, with their MAGA caps, and they didn't do that, and that pissed them off tremendously because they want the game to be, everything's got to be like full on political about what's happening politically right now. It's about escapism. So what I did appreciate with Ubisoft, they were like, no, it's about escapism, it's about having fun, and it was a great game. I would have been really pissed off had it been about Donald Trump, you know what I mean? You guys know I like him. I like that orange haired fucker. I like him.
Orange haired.
I remember when he got COVID, he came out and he's like, "Hey, it's your favorite president." I was like, man. I mean, you can be a dick on Twitter sometimes.
Yeah, just take Twitter away, man.
But I'm gonna buy you a beer. But that was funny because he's like trolling everyone who hates him. So similar thing now. Now it's set modern day. Well, I don't know if it's modern day, but it's set in Cuba. Also, you know, there's communism and we've got revolution and the things that are happening in America last year. You know, so I think they wanted it to go obviously full on political and have some kind of message. And by them not giving the release copy to Kotaku, that tells me that they're not going to go that way, and we're just going to have our fun loop where you go into a place, there's a big baddie who's like really, really evil, and tons of henchmen, and you're going to go take everybody out. Cool. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really, really, really excited about this one because it's urban. You know, every other game we've been playing out in the middle of nowhere, in the bush, and it's all these like big dirt roads and jungle and all of that, and you've got to deal with the animals. And like here now we're playing urban in cities, and so now you're doing something different. That's going to add a whole new level. There's more cover and stuff. I think it might be more stealthy. I don't know, but I'm really excited. I love Far Cry. It's going to be fucking awesome. So take my money. Take it. I'm going to save the money from Saints Row and I'll buy Far Cry.
From the gameplay I watched, the first part is like jungle.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
There is some jungle parts.
You start on the beach and then
but
you
it's
like
not
climb up the mountain, and then this is like really like tribal almost.
But they also give you a choice that they say if you need to go through the jungle to be more stealthy and instead of the main roads and all those.
So I don't know, maybe later on.
You have some choice.
I probably should have watched that video. I'm just going off the original.
No, but it is definitely going to be more, you know, in the city between people. That definitely is the difference. But they have their jungle where you can ride a horse and be more stealthy on the dirt roads than on the main roads and those kind of things.
Okay.
So.
I think later on in the game you'll get to more civilian, city,
well, you know what? Far Cry's Far Cry. I don't give a crap.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Who can complain about more Far Cry? I mean, seriously, I've loved every single one of them. I really, really awesome. I never played 1 and 2, you know, PlayStation.
Yeah, I started it.
Situation.
Sadly. Sorry.
Yeah, I started 4. I remember I bought it second-hand because you get the second-hand games. And sometimes I play a game and it doesn't stick. You know, I played it, I went through the intro and then I got into open world and it just wasn't sticking. I didn't enjoy it, so I turned it off and I played something else. And then we got to a stage where I'd run out of games and I'm like, well, let me give it another go. But what I'll do, because I just finished another game, and you know when you finish a game and you just put another one straight in, you're just trying to get to the action. So I thought, well, let me put it in and pay attention, like just really give it full attention.
Get into
I absolutely loved it, man. I went straight, got Far Cry 3, and the rest is history, man. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't think you can stuff up a Far Cry game, even if it's just the same old. It's just such a fun game loop to revisit every couple of years. With better graphics and different guns and
because it
new
looks
characters. The big bad looks good. I mean, obviously we got Gus Fring. You can't go wrong. Gus Fring is freaking awesome. What's the actor's name?
Oh no, you got me stuck there. I have no idea.
Nobody knows.
No.
Lots of people know.
I'm sorry, guys.
I did have it at one stage, but I'll get it close. No disrespect to that.
Not at all. No disrespect, but geez, no.
We just know him as Gus.
Mine with names at times is not very.
Any other games anyone's excited about? That's about it for me. I don't know.
I'm looking forward to Back 4 Blood.
Back 4 Blood.
Yeah, it's like Left 4 Dead 3 almost.
Okay.
It's like the same concept.
I never played Left 4 Dead 3 either.
No, Left 4 Dead 3 doesn't exist.
Okay.
Left 4 Dead 1 and Left 4 Dead 2 are pretty awesome games.
Okay.
So Back 4 Blood is pretty much like the same mechanics. It's just Valve didn't want to build it, so
someone else took over the IP.
Somebody else built it,
Okay.
And then just renamed it, and it's actually looks pretty cool.
I'll check it out. Maybe we'll add it to next week.
I have to add it to the list then and check it out. I didn't know about it.
Alright, so there are some things to look forward to. We are coming up to Broketober now, so you're going to have a lot of cool games coming out now. The only thing that pisses me off is they all come out in 1 month. You're like, well, listen, this is a third world country, China. I can choose one.
Yeah,
Maybe.
sweet.
Maybe. Otherwise, I've got to wait 2 years for it to get to 75 rand.
Or find a rich friend from who you can borrow it from or something.
Or you can get Game Pass because Game Pass has a couple of day one
Exactly,
releases.
yeah, you can have Game Pass. You see, I have a PlayStation, so I'm still sitting there looking at freaking
Back for Blood.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh,
Every day, like, I've got it there, I'm like, are you on special?
Yeah,
It's only like 999 rand. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll wait a little bit longer.
Oh, God.
Maybe once you get down to 700, I'll give it a look. I mean,
Maybe.
I've got to put food on the table, man. This electricity is expensive.
Yeah, and water.
And water. And,
Water.
and soon oxygen. I mean, the way
Yeah.
we're going here, we're going to get oxygen tax.
Yeah.
I mean, then we've got a carbon tax. I mean, they might as well go full on.
Might as well go all the way, huh?
Charge us for everything.
All right. So, in terms of what we've got to cover, shows. Witcher.
We got The Witcher.
The Witcher, the wolf, the Nightmare
of the Wolf.
on Netflix.
Vesemir. Story of Vesemir.
Can't you remember anything?
What? Now I watched and I must say, it was quite good. I actually really enjoyed it. Geez, the animation style and everything that it did, it was beautifully done. Of course, it was the first 5 seconds. Immediately, I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, did you swap everybody?
Yeah.
I'm like, you do know this is Poland.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
it's like, oh no, Netflix, no, don't.
I had to check. I'm
don't
like, are we watching the
Netflix it.
Boondocks?
Yeah.
Hang on, what's going on? Yeah.
But then it got good. It got good. It really did. There was a few details, obviously, that they Netflixed it up and all of that fun stuff.
Yeah, but not. It wasn't overpowering.
Exactly. It was smoothly done. I was happy with it. I enjoyed the watch. It was a really good watch, and my heart went out for Vesemir and his whole story.
The music, dude. They
The
nailed the music.
Oh, with the fighting and everything and the lighting that they did with the animation and the music. Oh, it just went mwah.
Yeah, I mean, the live action. Obviously, the music wasn't that great. We got the one song out of it, but if you really think about it, that song wouldn't fit in the game. You know, it was like a pop song, but it's so catchy that it's like, I love it, man. It's just like, I love it.
It just works.
Oh, and for months, you only heard that one song.
Yeah.
Everyone was playing that song, was making remixes, everything, but it was so
I mean, if
catchy.
they put it in the game, it would have kind of.
Oh,
felt
no,
right,
it would.
But it was legend. But they got the music. They nailed it here.
They
I
did,
really
for sure.
enjoyed the story. I really thought it was a really
was
cool
good,
story. It was
yeah.
cool to see Vesemir. It's cool to see how Kaer Morhen got all fucked
How
up.
everything, yeah. Actually, I mean, we read the books and stuff, so obviously you see it in your mind, but this is now to see it visually.
Well, you
so
hear about it.
beautifully.
It's like, because this is all stuff that's happened in the past, so you can't hear about it. To actually like see it happen.
Yes, to have actually the story before you, you can sit back and enjoy it, and then feel the soreness of his story.
Shame, man.
Shame.
No,
It went
shame.
through hell.
He was going to grab a granny in the end. There,
Oh.
Yeah, no spoiler alert, but anyone who was on the fence about it, if you were scared, but just go watch it, guys. I know it's Netflix, but it's not Netflix. It was good.
It was, yeah.
I think
We're big Witcher fans over here.
big.
Yeah. This little guy over here is not that big. we're getting him there.
I forced him to
But-
play the game.
Yeah.
I forced him to play Witcher 3. I was like, listen, we can't associate with you unless you've played Witcher 3.
You need to.
And you played it twice.
Yeah,
Not
because the
willingly.
Game of the Year edition is different to the standard edition. So, for some reason, the save file doesn't carry over.
So you had to start
So I
again.
start again.
I suppose there's worse things in the
And
world than
yeah.
starting Witcher 3 again, but yeah.
At
Yeah.
least it was a good game that you had to do it with.
And when we got season 2 now, the live of Henry Cavill. I like Henry Cavill.
Oh,
as
he,
Geralt.
at first, I must say, first when they announced him, I was like, oh no.
I wasn't really a fan of Cavill Superman until Justice League. I'm like, dude, this guy's got to be. We want more Cavill. Cavill's a good Superman.
But I must say, he will always be my Superman, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. You and Star Wars Girl. I mean, I don't know if you've ever watched Star Wars Girl. Her channel, China. She loses it every time Cavill. She's like,
Yay!
and I must say, when they did the first test screening and he walked up and he walked away, and oh god, here we go. This is gonna suck. He nailed it, man. The
He
voice,
did.
the acting, he's
And it
ripped
just
to shit. I mean, I can see why the chick's digging me. He's cool. He's a lacquer actor. I like
always.
the guy.
And
he's a gamer,
so
man.
Nice.
And that's the cool
That's
thing
the
about
thing,
him is that he like I said, you're gonna give me this part. I don't give a shit. You give me this
This
lady
is mine.
part. You know, he had they put a video. They put a video of him putting together a gaming PC, and it got
Yeah, when
like
he got
a
the
bajillion
new,
views.
he got all the new stuff, and he built his own PC, and the promotion videos that they made is where he's actually reading the story from the books and all of that. Oh, it was just like your heart warms up. You're like, oh, you're a true fan, my man.
You could melt butter, man.
Oh yeah, sweetie.
When
sweetie.
you read the story, you're like, do you want to read the rest to me?
Please read it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
like,
sorry,
I'm starting to question everything now.
Question it. It's okay. I think many people question it often. But I must say, that when they released the first look of him as Geralt, it was a no-go. It looked so badly, and then when they released it, I was like, oh.
Look, I mean,
so happy.
with the show itself, it's like up and down, man.
Yeah.
The first episode, I was like, oh, yes. And I remember the stories, because they used bits from the short stories from the first sort of 2 books. And I remember that story so clearly. And I was like, it was vivid. It was so cool to see it. I kind of imagined it totally different, with the wizard who was in the tower and the whole town, like, he wants to take out the chick, rent-free and all that sort of stuff. So I enjoyed it. It was up. I really enjoyed the first fight with the Kikimora when the beast comes out and he takes the licks and his eyes go black. I'm like, yeah, it was killer. It was cool.
And the CGI and everything, I must say, was quite good. It's not that over. It
doesn't look fake.
Yeah, it
not
looked good.
overly fake. You can get lost in it. It's not that.
I kind of liked that they changed Dandelion's name to Jaskier, which I think was the original translation of it. That's why they named it that, because in Russian, Polish, sorry.
Are we going to the vodka now?
I'll bring the orange juice. No, sorry. The Polish, I think that it was originally called Jaskier, and then for the games they were like, CD Projekt Red's like, how do you pronounce this? I don't know. Dandelion. And then he had this flamboyant hat, like Dandelion. I liked him. I thought they nailed him. I thought they
he
nailed
was
Geralt.
quite good. Come on.
Ciri I didn't really think looked very much the part, but she didn't have a very big role, so I guess we'll have to see Calanth and all of that. They nailed it. It was exactly how Cahir, is it Cahir? He's got it's like a full-on Welsh name. It's like Cahir Ashlach Kanachlach. When you read those books, that's the one thing when you read those books, you're like, you just like give me a part of the name that I can remember so I can say the characters.
That stays.
I remember reading Kai, that guy.
Kaya,
that dude.
Kai
Morin is the.
No, I know, but that's how my mind works through the names of everything.
I read it as Kahir. I don't know. It's Kaya. I don't know. Anyway, so
something in that line.
So we'll see.
Guys, don't hate us for saying names wrong.
Yeah, we're fans, but we're like reading fans,
Yeah.
I remember,
we try.
the word albeit.
Oh,
albeit.
Albeit.
Yeah, I used to read it as albeit. So I knew what it meant, but it was always albeit.
Yeah.
And then it was one day someone said albeit, and I was like, that's the bloody word.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Like you read chagrin. I don't know if it's chagrin or chagrin or chagrin, or I don't really know how to say it. I know what it means, but I read it all the time, but I don't know. I'd say chagrin. I might be wrong. I don't know.
And let's face it, Google Translation is not always the best to help yourself. So we can't trust them always.
So we've got season 2 coming out.
Yes, in December.
And we haven't really seen much, so we can't really say
They
anything
have
about
put
it.
in some trailers of it, obviously.
Yeah,
and
there's some trailers.
Looking good. I
Yeah,
don't want it to
doesn't
turn
look
to the Yennefer show.
No.
There's one thing that happens here, is that now the source material, people are going, it's going woke. Now, if you read the books, they're pretty progressive. They are quite progressive. Ciri is in a lesbian...
She's out of there,
She's in a lesbian relationship. Full on for like most of the time. So that's not like a new thing that they added. I remember people got upset in the game, and it's like, but that's
how it
carried
is,
from the books. And the whole thing with the way it's all an allegory for racism, that the men don't like the elves and the dwarves, and they treat non-humans badly, and they got the Scoia'tael and all of that sort of stuff. That's what it is. I mean, that's what it's about, and that's what kind of gives it the intrigue and causes the conflict in this world that it all happens. So yes, it's kind of progressive. All of in the books, like the mages, the magicians, the wizard chicks. Yennefer, the
How
mages.
many names can you
The
say?
mages. I got it right the first time. I don't know why I carried on. But they're all like staunch feminists. They're like very feminist. Like today's modern feminists, you'd expect them all to have blue hair and that. So expect that. That's going to carry over. But Yennefer isn't. She's a major character, but she's not like a point of view character. Like where I felt that they kind of focused on her like it's not her story. She's a character in the story. She's an important character in the story, but it's not her story. And they focused on her a heck of a lot in this, where it wasn't in the books. And I'm a little bit worried that this turns into the Yennefer show. If you wanted to do a spin-off, fine, but this is The Witcher. I don't want Henry Cavill or Geralt to be a side character in his own flippin' show, because it's The Witcher. It's not the mage, the wizard chick.
Now, I think what the trailer has showed more of Ciri. Yeah. A lot more.
And it is Ciri, actually, if you read the book.
Big Ciri story.
Actually, now that you've said that, it's all hit me now, and I'm going, it actually is Ciri's story. Because especially in the last book, The Lady of the Lake. The Lady of the Lake.
Yes.
It's all Ciri.
Yes.
It's all around. And
it
even if you play the games, you know, Ciri is the most important sort of character.
Go find Ciri. Stop playing. Wait,
but she is a point of view character. In the book, there's large swathes where you're seeing things from Ciri's point of view. She is a point of view character, so you must spend time with her because she's important.
Yes.
Of the elder blood and all that crap. So I haven't got a problem with that.
She's his destiny.
I haven't got a problem with that. I just don't want it to be the Yennefer show, because it's not really. It's about Ciri and Yennefer. The whole story.
No, Yennefer fans, we're not saying she must not be there. She is an important character. She's an awesome character. She is fun,
I love
but
I like Yennefer.
yeah,
Well,
but,
Geralt likes her.
Yeah, he likes her a lot. But we'll see if he picks Triss in this version. We don't know. But now that is true. It is.
I don't want to get started on redheads.
No. That battle has been gone on.
We will. I'll tell you what,
now.
guys. We'll talk about redheads if we get 2 subscribers.
That's the goal.
2 subscribers.
Leave a comment and a like. Let us know.
At this stage, if you leave like any comment, we'll talk about it. All right. And you're gonna be number 1. You can be first. First comment. We'll dedicate it to you.
So yeah, now I'm quite excited for it, but I do have my boundaries to not get too excited for in case.
Yeah, you gotta kind of temper your expectations. It is Netflix.
Yeah.
Speaking of Netflix, this is kind of your side of things, eh? You're a weeb, eh? Is that the word? I'm a bit of a boomer.
I didn't know it either.
A weeb. I'm like, you mean dweeb?
Animu, a weeboo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an anime fan, guys. I'm open to it. I love the stuff. Because I grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know, so I loved Akira, Ninja Scrolls, the Genocyber. There was a show called the Genocyber. It was intense. I mean, the animations, they were super gory. Stories were really rough. Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, I just want to say, you watched Ghost in the Shell was awesome.
Jeez, I like this. And then obviously, you know, the stuff that was designed, so the Transformers movie in the 80s, that was all outsourced to Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at that artwork, China. It's all hand drawn, and you know you got Hot Rod, and he's going, and it's all made of metal. And the way they draw, the way the light shines off the metal, and it's just incredible to do. I mean, all anime is amazing.
Level, right?
I still remember the one scene that sticks in my head is in Ghost in the Shell. Is where like they shoot the dude and the bullet goes in and then his head like explodes. But it's just the detail and the anime, and you're like, wow, these guys, they take it seriously, know what they're doing.
But this is their thing. This is it is. If you go there, it is okay. Not all of Japan is all anime. No.
Yeah.
But this is one of their main things. Is what they're known for. It is anime and their detail.
What I really enjoy what they do, especially in the comic book and the manga manga. God, I've grown up calling it manga, but it's in the comic book sort of space. Is that it's killing America? I mean, American comic books are dead.
Manga's they're not getting close. Yeah.
Because they're giving people what they want to see. They're giving you escapism. They're saying, well, who is the target audience? This is the target audience that enjoy this type of stuff. Let's make a product that they will like. That's capitalism, and it's thriving and it's showing. You've seen a little bit of success. Well, some great success with Todd McFarlane. Brought out King Spawn now, and it's like shot through the roof. I've got to read it. Looks pretty good. We're going off on a tangent now. We're talking about anime and Netflix. Anyway, they've stuffed it up again, haven't they? Netflix have balls it up again.
But this is a podcast. This is what happens. We all talk together, give our ideas, and hear everything. But yeah.
We're allowed to digress.
This is the whole idea of a podcast, isn't it? But yes, what brought all of this off is Cowboy Bebop. Now...
I keep calling it Bebop Cowboy.
It's Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
So yes, Netflix has decided they're going to do a live action film. Well, series of this. And they've released some of the images and, you know, like teasers to show the fans what's going on. Ugh, it is just... When I heard they're going to do this, I immediately was like, no. I'm not interested. Because let's face it, history has showed itself over and over again. Hollywood can't make anime.
This is your cup of tea. Sorry, this is your cup of tea. Has anyone ever got it right?
No, there's
because
not one.
they ballsed up Dragon Ball Z, as you were saying.
And Dragon Ball Z is my heart and soul, guys.
A lot of guys. I
And
know a lot. I had a lot of friends who were like, and I'm like, guys, we're like at the time we're like 22. What are you watching that crap? Come on, we're 22. Come on. that was a long time ago, man. I still feel like I'm 22. They
it was
up.
Ghost in the Shell. There was Avatar, Airbender.
That was M. Night Shyamalan.
What was the other big one?
Shyamalan.
But they're all Death Note was the other big one.
On
that Netflix also.
Also, like, is there anything?
No, there's not one.
Ever? Is there anyone that they've
now
ever
they're
nailed?
taking a beloved classic that so many people hold dearly.
Okay, you saw what they did to Star Wars, so you know they're not.
Yeah,
scared.
it's. So, but the complexity. So,
how old is this?
Oh, it is quite a few years. It's in the 90 somewhere. I have to make sure about the dates. I actually can't remember.
So it's been around a long time.
It's been around a long time, and even if you look at the drawing style, it's a lot like the old Transformers.
Yeah.
It's that old school drawing. That's
Okay.
just cool. It's just it wraps you in and it
like
just sits you back.
and
Yeah.
Macross and that
Because
kind of
what
stuff.
Cowboy Bebop is about is literally space cowboys.
Oh, cool.
You guys, I know you guys haven't watched it yet, and I know you will actually enjoy it. It is really fun. It is techno, and they're going out getting the bad guys. I'm just giving a vague description of it now, so please.
And I'm led to believe, based on this new actress, that the comic has a bit of boobs.
She got them titties.
Big ass titties.
And she is built. She's
she's a handsome woman.
She's a pretty little lady,
Finally, something I can watch.
And she is actually very, very old because she was frozen. And then when she came back, she's still this youngling, but she's actually like I think 88 or something.
So she's Captain America.
I didn't actually make that connection first, but it is really good watching how they go the bounty hunters. So there's a small group of bounty hunters going all over the galaxy and getting all the bad guys, but obviously slowly their past slowly creeps up on it.
Okay, and then they get to a diner, and then Boba Fett is like, "Hey, I know you.
You look familiar.
They know you, man. Do you want to come aboard my ship, the Slave One? Oh wait, no. What is it called now?"
But the thing that got fans very aggravated is
whose kids are those?
Who has the
it's
kids
kids
at this
that's
time of
lost.
life? Go to bed. Sorry.
But one of the big things that I saw that when we looked at it is what fans complain about.
Oh yes.
Yes, those guys. You know the fluff.
How many ones we have?
Is her style, the main character's style, or the female character's style. She has a very specific look.
Okay.
With her babes, and tummy showing, and then she got the leggings and everything that's bright colors. It's beautiful. She's not a slut or anything like that. No.
How it should be.
There goes your Twitter.
Yeah, it's like
Anyway,
you're getting cancelled, dude. Your Twitter account's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. You're over. No way. And then when the fans started complaining about this, like just making note of it, the actress came out, and she just basically shat on the fans.
Oh.
She
was snarky about it.
She was very snarky. She was a total bitch. And one of her comments was, we don't know where this came from, but she's like, yeah, you thick bearded white men just want to fap to it, and that's why you guys are so upset. What? Where does this come from? No, this is a beloved character that we all know and love, that come along and we see this character. Now you want to come and suddenly change this character.
Yeah, this isn't where we come to FAP.
No,
There's another site we go to FAP.
There's other places that shows a lot more.
I watch a podcast, it's called FAP.
No.
It's totally not what you think it is. It's also like nerd culture. You'd quite like it. It's a Welsh dude. I think his name is Morla or something like that. I dig him. You must watch it. Check it out. FAP. Pause every second. I have no idea. You have EFAP. It's called EFAP.
EFAP.
Go watch EFAP. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I enjoy that show. It's pretty good.
There's a free shout out to EFAP for all the podcasts.
They don't need a shout out from us. If you want to reciprocate it, that'd be fine. But, no need shout. I mean, I'm sitting here earlier talking about that gaming channel. It's quite a small gaming channel, and I'm like, we haven't got one subscriber.
Yeah, like,
so who the fuck are we? You know, I even feel bad saying like, hey guys, like and subscribe, like we're actual YouTubers.
You're like actually someone.
we're just a bunch of guys who are really tired of lockdown, sitting in a garage with a microphone. We had 3 microphones, we couldn't get them working.
No, they did not want to work, so we just decided one.
Well, we're having fun. We hope anyone watching is having fun, so let's just talk crap.
Yeah, that's all that this is all about.
Okay, so they stuffed it up, and then in pure capitalist fashion, they've decided that the best course of action would be to piss off the core base where the money's coming from, and then try and get a new group of people saying, "Oh, you're standing up," and it's all about desexualizing these characters and all of that sort of stuff. But Chris Hemsworth must have his shirt off the whole time. Basically, it's.
Yeah, that's nothing's wrong with that.
I did like a lot of people gave Fat Thor. I was like, finally, I look like a superhero. I've been wanting representation on the screen, and finally, but that's what they keep doing. And it's like, I don't want to be represented. I don't want some middle-aged hairy dude with a dad bod running around on TV. I want to see
look at
the dude who's superpowers and he's buff and he's ripped and he's a superhuman and he can lift cars and he can do all sorts of stuff. It's not me. I'm not represented in any of these guys. I don't have any of that sort of stuff. I mean, my face isn't too bad. But you know what I mean?
When you go for a superhero movie, you want to see a superhero.
I want to see a superhero.
That is it. That's not, you don't
So when he shows this comic like I'm not Starfire coming out, and you're going, who's going to look up to this character? Like, it's a snarky biatch. She's horrible to everybody. She just doesn't look like a superhero.
No. You're going against everything, like everything what the mom was now. It's like, no, I won't.
Yeah, so what is it? Bebop Rocksteady.
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. Wild.
Think of Space Cowboys.
Right, so it's not looking good there.
No.
I also read that they've done some release for this new sort of Resident Evil show that's coming out, Raccoon City something. And that also doesn't look good. It's not getting good fan from the costumes and the actors and that sort of stuff. So let's just say it doesn't look like Netflix is going to buck the curse anytime soon. We might be wrong. Hey, if it comes out and it's awesome, I'll be the first one here saying I really enjoyed it.
Yes,
sure. Again, it's just not looking good. We'll have to wait and see.
I mean, even that the creator of Cowboy Bebop says he doesn't
it's not
know.
Looking good.
Then you're like,
well,
game over.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is so sad to see such a beloved anime going down again. It's like, just leave it alone, guys.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, look, I think we're going to have to start wrapping it up. I know people in Australia, our friends in Australia, you're already in lockdown. I know if anybody out there is from California, you're okay because they're busy getting rid of Gavin Newsom, so they haven't got any lockdowns. I'm pretty sure if that wasn't happening, you guys would be in lockdown now.
Yes.
I saw Dr. Fauci, the Fauci ouchie, came out today and said they've got another variant that's coming out, and that's another show.
Another variant.
Yeah, we also have another one coming out here.
Oh, good. I'm glad I got my vaccine. You all good with your vaccines, guys?
Yeah, halfway there.
Yeah, I said when we had it, I said we're getting this done. It's going to be for no good. Because I said, everyone's going, you must do it. I'm saying, fine, everyone do it. But then when we all do it, we look at the government and say, can we have our lives back now? Because I don't think it's going to happen.
No,
I think this is going to be the rest of our lives. But that's another podcast.
And a mask.
So anyway, here in South Africa, guys, we've got to be home locked up by a certain time.
Yes.
And that we need to give everyone some time to drive home and catch Uber Zone, depending on how many beers we've had.
Yep.
So I think we're going to have to wrap things up. So if you've enjoyed the show, please give us a comment, give us a like, a subscribe, share. As you can see, this is our very first episode. We're pretty new. And if you've stayed this long and you've had fun, well, hey, thanks for staying around. It's been really awesome. Yeah. We're going to do this every week, eh? So every Friday we do the recording. We're not going to do live just yet. We want to just,
until we're more comfortable.
Until we're comfortable, we figure out these microphones and we get it going. It's a little rough around the edges now, but hopefully the content and the people are fun. And if you stuck along, then thanks for staying along, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. If you watched it, we had fun for sure. I enjoyed this, being out and just talking with everyone, just having a jolly good time. So yeah, guys, please be safe out there. Please, just don't do something stupid. And otherwise, we'll see you there next week.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.